welcome back, of course, on our Wednesday. So, for math, we are going to be doing something a little bit different today. We will not be learning any brand new skill or building on something we've already learned. Today is a review day. We're going to go back and take another look at skills we've been working on over the past couple of months. All these skills have to do with our place value knowledge. The knowledge of three-digit numbers and the ones, tens, and hundreds that make up those numbers. The reason we're reviewing and taking time to go back and look over skills we've already learned is because on Thursday, Friday, and Monday, every single one of you awesome people is going to be hanging out with me on Zoom to just check in and see how it's going with math. So I'm going to be asking you a bunch of different questions all about the different place value skills we've been working on. So I wanted to take today to make sure we were all on the same page, remembered all the great ways we could use our skills so we could be ready to show what you know on your awesome check-in with me. So today, all you're going to need is a whiteboard or a notebook if you like to take notes, but anything you can use to check in with yourself and see how you're doing with math at the end of our module this time. We are going to start with expanded form. This was one of the number forms we've learned about, expanded form. On our last math check-in, expanded form was the trickiest part for a lot of people. We got a little bit confused when I asked our question. So that's why we're going to take this first time to make sure we understand expanded form. So, Super Scholars, expanded form shows the value of each digit. It shows the value of each digit. Let's take, for example, this number is 294. In 294, the digits are 4, 9, and 2. Each digit is on its own and is in the ones, tens, or hundreds place. Depending on what place the digit is in, tells us the value, how much it's holding, the worth exactly of the 4, 9, and 2. So let's talk a little bit more about it. So we're going to be doing this one together. So I want you to be writing with me on your whiteboard. So Super Scholars, this 4, is it in the ones, tens, or hundreds place? The ones place, of course, which tells us there are 4 ones. If there are 4 ones, how much is that? We can count by just 1 4 times. Can you do it with me? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we have 4 ones, that value is just 4. Super simple because of the ones place. What about this 9? The digit 9 is in what place? The tens place. That means we have 9 tens. But how much is 9 tens worth? What's the value? We can count by 10 9 times. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So because this 9 is in the tens place, 9 tens is worth 90. The value of the digit 9 is 90. Last but not least, what about the 2? What place value is the 2 in? The hundreds place, the biggest value. So if this 2 is in the hundreds place, we've got 2 hundredths. How much is 2 hundredths? The value is 100, 200. So the digit 2 is worth 200. It's not just worth 2 because it's in the hundreds place. There's 200. So this is what we mean by expanded form, second grade. We're taking apart the number and looking at each digit, what place it is in, and therefore how much is it worth, is it holding. So when we expanded 294, we were shown that its value is 200 plus 90 plus 4, because we linked each digit up to its correct value depending on its place. Ones, tens, or hundreds. So now it's going to be your job to try expanded form on your own. You're going to take your knowledge of place, value, and digits and find the expanded form for 736. I want you to take apart each digit, 6, 3, and 7, and show exactly how much each digit is worth, which all depends on the hundreds, tens, or ones place. So second grade, you're going to pause the video right now, expand 736, and then come back to check. Okay, pause. Okay, how did we do, Super Scholars? Let's check our expanded form of 736. So, Super Scholars, the 6 was in the, what place? Ones. So 6 ones is worth 6. The 3 is in the tens place. So 3 tens is worth 30. The 7 is in what place? The hundreds. So 700 is worth 700. So can we read this all together? What's the expanded form? We've got 700 plus 30 plus 6. We were able to look at each digit and figure out, based on its place value, what was it worth? How much value was it holding? Okay, Super Scholars, awesome work reviewing our first skill of the day, expanded form. So now, we're going to jump skills, change our thinking. So can we erase our board? Erase, erase. Awesome, you got a nice clean sheet? Okay, we were working with expanded form. What about unit form? Remember when we talk about unit form, it's how many ones, tens, and hundreds are there. What's a group of ones, tens within a number? So we're going to be translating these numbers from standard form to unit form. But they're a little bit funky. They have bigger groups with more than 9. So we have to understand our bundling and place value skills to solve. So, can we do this one all together as an awesome team? Let's see, we've got 160 equals how many tens? So if we had 160, how many groups of 10 could we make? Let's think about this. So, Super Scholars, how many tens are in 160? Already, how many tens are there? There's 6 tens. There's 6 tens already in 160. We know we'll have at least that. But what about this 100? When we check out this 100, how many do we have? Just 1. If we have 100 of a larger unit, how many tens does it make? of a smaller unit. 100 equals how many tens? 10 tens exactly. So we know 100 equals 10 tens. That would be how many groups of tens there would be. So if we know we already have 6 tens and 100 equals 10 tens, if we put them together as one big group, how many tens will we get? 10 plus 6 equals 16 tens, exactly 16 tens. 160 would make 16 groups of 10. And we knew that because of our place value and bundling skills. We're just thinking about them different ways every time. So, Super Scholars, this was our team problem in unit form, and now you're going to solve your own unit 4 problem on your own. So, I want you to copy down this problem, write it in groups of tens and ones only. So 148. If you could only make tens and ones, how many would there be of each? Make sure you can explain why that's your answer, why you know that as you're working. Okay, go ahead, solve the problem, talk about it, and then come on back to check. Pause. What do you got, awesome people? 148 equals 14 tens, 8 ones. And how do you know that? Can you explain how do you know there would be a group of 14 tens? What did you talk about? How do we know that? We already have 4 tens, and we know 100 equals 10 tens. So together, 10 tens plus 14 tens plus 4 tens equals 14 tens, exactly. And we still just had a group of 8 ones, so we could leave that alone. So if you're able to answer these questions right away, you need to make sure that you can explain your bundling skills to understand how you got your answer. Okay, awesome people. We've checked off expanded, checked off unit form. Let's erase this awesome board to try another skill. Okay, can you erase with me? Erase what you got. Awesome. Okay, what is up next? Ding, ding, ding. It's comparing. We're going to compare numbers. Which one's greater than or less than? That awesome language. Greater than or less than. So what we have to do is check out these two numbers and figure out how they're different. So let's see. Here's our team problem. We're going to do all together. We've got 456. We're going to compare it to 465. So second grade, which number is bigger? Which number is the bigger number? We know it's 465. How do we show it with our symbol? Remember our little alligators? How do we show it's greater than? The opening of our symbol needs to go towards the bigger number. Remember, with our alligator, it's opening going to eat the bigger number. So we showed 465 is bigger by opening our symbol towards it. But super scholars, why is 465 bigger? How did you know that? Can you talk about it? How did you know that? The hundreds place are the same. They both have 400s. But what about the tens place? What's different? We have 5 tens and 6 tens. What's bigger, 5 tens or 6 tens? 6 tens is greater. So that is how we knew 465 was bigger, because 6 tens is more than 5 tens. That is how we knew. I'm sure some of you noticed that difference, but we want to practice talking about it as well. Okay, but we're not done. We've correctly filled in the middle, but can we read this sentence? Can you read it just like you would a book? Starting on the left and reading toward the right. So second grade, if we're starting with this left first number, we have to use our language to compare this first number to the second. Is 456 less than or greater than 465? Is this first number less than or greater than the second? If the first number is smaller, it's exactly less than. 456 is less than 465, because we had to start on the left to read this sentence just like it should be. That's the key. To fill it out, explain, and read. There's a lot of awesome steps and knowledge you need to know when comparing numbers. You've got one more awesome problem that I need you to try on your own. So, on your same paper, same whiteboard, can you compare 816 to 860? Take a look at the numbers. Which one's bigger? Fill in the correct symbol, explaining why, and read from left to right. With all those awesome steps. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Pause. On question number 3, how did it go? Let's check. So, super scholars, which number is bigger? Which number was bigger? 860. And we showed that by, with our opening, our alligator was going to eat 860. And how did you know that? Why was that the answer? Because 6 tens is bigger than 110. The tens place was how you knew. And what did we get? To read our sentence from left to right. Can you read it with me? 816 is less than 860. We said less than. We compared 816 to 860, and it was less than, because we started from the left. Okay, those were our awesome comparison problems that will require so much thinking and place value skills, and that's why I love them. Okay, can we reset our board so we can check out our next skill? Okay, can you reset that board? But before we get there, we have to, of course, give ourselves an awesome break for all our great work. So come on, stand up with me so we can give ourselves a break between our review. So, I've got another very classic this or that question for you. If you had to choose only one flavor for the rest of your life. That means ice cream, cupcakes, cake, pudding, lollipops, only one. Would it be chocolate? If so, you're going to spin for 5 seconds. Or vanilla. If so, you're going to do 5 pencil jumps. One flavor, you could only eat it for the rest of your life. Chocolate or vanilla? Just one. I would choose chocolate, so I'm going to spin for 5 seconds. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. I gotta close my eyes. Awesome. Sit right back down so we can check out our next skill. Are you ready? This one comes with a question. How much do I need to make a larger unit? So how much of a smaller unit do I need to make a larger unit? How much do I need to bundle? What do we need, second grade? How many of a smaller unit do we need to make one of a larger unit? We need 10, of course. 10 of a smaller unit always bundles. So we're going to need to take a look and find out how much of a smaller unit do I need to make a bundle of 10. Let's see. 830. We have the number 830. In order to bundle, make a larger unit, I need blank tens. How many tens do we need in order to bundle? Let's see. How many tens do we already have? How many tens are there? 3. There are already 3 tens. And what's the number that I need to bundle? How many do I need in a group? 10. So if I have 3 and I want 10, what's its pair? 3's pair to 10 is 3 plus 7. 7 plus 3 will make a group of 10 tens, and I'll be able to bundle and then make a larger unit. So what our big goal is was to find the pair that was going to make our 10 of a smaller unit so we could bundle. Okay, Super Scholars, let's see if you can shout this next one out on your own. We've got 916. That's our starting point. 916. We want to bundle to make a larger unit. So I need blank ones. How many ones do I need to make a group of 10 and be able to bundle? What do you think? We need 4 ones in order to bundle. 4 ones. How did you know that? How did you know we needed 4 ones? Because we already had 6 ones, and 6 and 4 are pairs to 10. And 10 of a smaller unit makes 1 of a bigger unit. Of course, of course. Okay, we have been doing such an awesome job reviewing. So you're going to take all your awesome knowledge, bring it with you as you come check in with me later this week. But as another chance for you to test and practice your own skills, you're going to complete a dojo worksheet today with all different questions within place value. Okay, second grade, for your review worksheet today, you're going to need to pay very close attention for how the question is asking you to show your place value knowledge. So your goal for every single one is to finish the number sentence, but you'll be showing your skills in different ways. So let's talk about that right now. So for number 1, Super Scholars, you need to show 486 in expanded form. That's why you see these addition signs. You'll need to break this number apart and show hundreds plus tens plus ones, our expanded form. For number 2, you'll take 196 and show it in groups of tens and groups of ones. How many tens and ones can you have in 196? So you've got a lot of different questions, but they can be answered all with your place value knowledge. I believe in every single one of you and that you are so smart, and by taking a deep breath and working with patience and taking your time, you can do awesome on your work today as well as your check-in with me. So take this awesome time to prepare and get ready for when I will see you on Zoom very soon.